Hello, 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 and welcome to another Rang Rouge unit of the week. Today we are looking at the M55 Run A1 Sheridan, a United States tank. In real life, this tank was made in the early to mid 60s and all the way to the late 90s. It was developed as a light tank to replace M41 Walker Bulldog, and this tank was used in many wars such as Vietnam and Desert Storm. In game mode, it is a category C tank, so it can be used in 1975 decks and above. But there is one problem: its only type is paratrooper. So if you're making a specialized deck like armored or motorized, you're not going to be able to use this unit. This is a United States unit, and it costs 45 points. Now, if we get onto the weapons, the first thing we have is a Silauga C ATGM. It's a heat-guided ATGM with 7 missiles in it. Has a pretty decent range of ground of 2,625 meters. Okay accuracy at 8, which is very mediocre, very standard for cheap ATGMs, and a very standard for cheap ATGMs, 16 AP power. Suppression doesn't really matter, but its rate of fire is 10 rounds a minute, which makes this quite an oddity, as most tanks only fire their ATGMs as fast as they can fire their cannon. The cannon on the Sheridan can only fire 7 rounds a minute, so this means it can fire its ATGMs faster than its cannon, which most other tanks cannot do. It's a very decent ATGM, very standard, but you do get lots of missiles. If you look onto the second weapon, we have the M81 152mm cannon. It's a heat cannon, so it won't suffer AP fall off at long range. And it only carries 15 rounds, so it's not a lot of ammunition for a tank. So if you are using the cannon an awful lot, you're probably not going to be able to use it for too long. And its stats are just, it's pretty bad for a cannon. For accuracy, you're not going to really be hitting anything at long range. 11 AP power, you're going to run hit kill, run armored targets, but that's about it. HE power forward is pretty good for this cannon, 152mm. That's a pretty big cell. So this is actually great. I find it to be good against infantry. Decent suppression and 7 rounds a minute. It's an okay cannon. It's not the best, it's not the worst. And finally, we have an M2 Browning 50 cal machine gun. Nothing much to say. It's just a machine gun. If you look at its miscellaneous stats and you notice its armor, it only has 2 armor on the front side and rear due to the fact in real life this tank was made out of, wait for it, aluminium, however the hell you want to say it, which is pretty rubbish for armor making purposes, but it's a very light metal, meaning that this tank can go quite fast at 70 kilometers an hour, which is pretty fast. A lot of MBTs go as fast, like Leopard 2A4, and there's only a few other tanks that can go faster than this. So it's a pretty good speed, decent optics, decent size. It has pretty good autonomy at around 550 kilometers an hour. And yeah, that's really what it has to say about the miscellaneous stats. I find this tanking game to really be a jack of all trades. It's not really good in one particular role, but it does all the roles quite nicely. It can flank with its high speed as it goes 70 kilometers an hour, meaning you can shoot enemy tanks in the rear and in the arse. It has an ATGM, meaning you can knock out targets at quite a long distance array. And its cannon, its main little derp cannon, it can knock out infantry quite nicely. Same with the 50 cal. They work very well together at knocking out infantry in the open and in towns. And that's really how you have to use a M551A1 Sheridan. And that makes this unit my unit of the week. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys next time. Take it easy.